Hi guys, Sal Galvin here, and I am from Perth, WA, and I'm here with one of my really good friends, Lidia Love. I Lidia Love. Lidia
I Lidia
Kukulj.
Love, yeah.
Welcome,
But a lot of thank you, Sally. Thank you for having me. And we've known each other for how long? Well, forever.
Well, yeah, family outings and family get-togethers, and yeah.
I pretty much say I'm younger.
Yeah, she is.
So
She's
since
younger.
when I was born.
Well, I'm 40, but Lydia's not. So I'm
Not
40, I'm
yet.
actually 41 now.
Are you? Well, I'm almost there. Like really close.
Bless you, don't look it. And she definitely don't act it either.
No, well, and don't, and I never will.
No, that's the way it is. That's the way it is.
All right.
So a little background. Lydia doesn't need any introduction. She is a huge influencer on Instagram, and she loves life, she loves fashion, she loves family, and she just loves, like, I Lidia Love is one, and she is an ambassador for Croatia as well, which is quite amazing. So she's really passionate about her home country, and I think that's really important. But what I wanted to cover today was, Lydia is in the spotlight. She's on television all the time. She's very, very hard to pin down and get a hold of. I've been wanting to do this interview for quite some time now, and I feel really blessed that you're here today. Thanks so much.
No, my pleasure. And thank you for being so patient and understanding.
Bless you, God.
So that's a testament to her.
So, Lyd, like with your businesses and with your influencing, you are such a busy woman, and you're a single mum of two beautiful girls. They're absolutely divine, and your two girls are I just adore them. What are your secrets, or how do you do it all? Honestly, how do you do it?
Sometimes I ask myself the same. Actually, often I ask myself the same question. I think Sal. Well, firstly, I want to. It's in my DNA. It's who I am. I've always been a very driven, ambitious person. I've always had my own businesses and been in business prior to having children. So when I was very blessed to have children, because children certainly are a blessing,
I certainly am.
I couldn't lose that side of myself because that's who I am. And I guess if I'm trying to simplify how I do it, and I think we kind of touched on this earlier when we spoke, a lot of it really does come down to time management, how you manage your time. That's one aspect. I actually really think that's the main aspect, because the time we have at the moment, the present time, will not be repeated again.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So you need to live, being present, live in the moment. And that minute, that second, that will not be repeated again. So you need to make the most of it. Underneath that, there are other layers, and a lot of it has got to do, a big thing is really your mental health, your mindset. Because you can be so busy and you can be managing it well, but for instance, if it becomes also overwhelming and you've got pressure and demands and time frames and deadlines and kids needing your attention, and none of this is in any particular order actually.
Yeah.
But being able to manage that mentally as well is so, so important.
So just what are some of the little gold nuggets, or what are some of the just basic principles that you do for yourself? How do you manage your mind? Because I know how busy you are. I've tried to get hold of you, and I know that you are such a magnificent mother, and you do put your kids first. But yeah, which is why I'm interviewing you, because you're in congruence with what I believe as well. But we still always, I know, speaking for me, we still always have that tear between a good mother and a good businesswoman. A good mother and helping, because you are helping so many other people, in the world with your influence and persuasion. You're feeling torn. Do you feel torn?
Absolutely, all the time. But I do always make sure I prioritise my children. I do. That's number one. And going back to the original question, what's one of the gold nuggets?
Yeah.
That is, I remind myself that everything I do, I'm doing it for my kids.
Okay. Geez, that's a good one. That is a good one. I'm actually going to remember that.
Yeah.
Because that is, you are doing it for your kids. You're not actually
100%.
doing it for yourself.
No,
are you?
as soon
You're
as you
doing it for
become a
kids.
parent, as soon as you have a child or children, you everything you do is for your children. And you know what?
That's a good one.
And another, I am the role model for my children. I'm always reminding myself, everything I do, I have 2 little girls watching me.
Yeah, absolutely.
From my behaviour to the way I speak, to the way I act, all of it. I've got these 2 little girls that are watching me, and I just want to be the best possible role model for them.
Because children, and I've said it so many times before as well, is they do what we do. They don't do what you
100%.
say. Do you know?
That's right.
You got to lead by example.
Correct.
Don't you?
And that's really hard.
It is really hard because
really hard.
they pick up on the good and the bad,
Yeah,
don't they?
absolutely.
Definitely the bad.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And when they pick up on the bad, you really notice that you're like,
oh, where did that come from? Oh my gosh, do I do that?
You cannot do that.
Do I do that?
Yeah,
I
that's
must do
right.
that.
Yeah, no, well then you instantly see yourself and see us, you know, and we're all only human, and I think as long as you really are doing your best and trying your hardest, but that's definitely what guides me.
It is.
Yeah.
They are really good nuggets. They're really good nuggets. I'm going to remember them.
Yeah.
You're an absolute angel. So, like, back to your influencing and your social media reach, like it's just shy of 30,000. Like that is a credit to anyone. Like what a woman. I tell you honestly, like that is something else. That is something else, and that is so. You know, a lot of times people see you on camera and they see you looking so beautiful because you are so beautiful, and they may think that it's all just lights and cameras, but I don't know, and I'm speaking from, I don't know, is it all lights and cameras all the time, or there is?
No, of course not, definitely not.
Yeah.
And I don't try and perceive myself and my life that it is all perfect and wonderful. I think something that's really important to remember with social media and influencers and anyone that's on social media, really, you do kind of show your best.
Yeah. That's just human nature, isn't it?
It's human nature. There's a difference between being honest and dishonest about it. I certainly will give an insight to certain things if certain things are happening. However, if I'm having a really bad day, or if I'm not feeling it and I'm not feeling great, I just won't post.
Yeah.
So to any of my followers, if I've just done a week without posting, not because I haven't been feeling great, but I have been so busy, and I can't give it my all in my photos, and I can't be as authentic as perhaps as I want. So therefore, very simple answer is I won't post.
Yeah.
So everything you see is true, and it's real, and it's authentic, and it's genuine. And when I'm not feeling great and things aren't going great, I just simply won't post.
Yeah, that's good advice too. That's absolutely brilliant. So you, as a woman of influence now, so like I've been having quite a lot to do with empowered women, empowering the world, and a single mum as well. Like I asked you before how you did it, but empowered women empowering the world. What are you like with Women's Lib? Like honestly, I've never discussed it.
Absolutely, definitely.
Yeah.
Equality all the way. I am very traditional and old-fashioned.
You are old-fashioned.
I am.
Old-fashioned.
I really am, and I do like the man to be the man, and do the manly things, and I like to be the woman and do the womanly things. I think I'm more about Women's Lib when it comes to careers.
Yeah.
Definitely should be equal pay. I still can't even believe that's a topic and that's not happening. Look, if a woman wants to do a physical job, she can do it. There should be no discrimination for that. Me personally, I'd rather not. I'd rather get the man to pay someone. But in terms of Women's Lib, I mean, we are smart creatures. Where would a man be without us?
Good point. Absolutely.
So, and there are so many successful women out there. I don't know what the ratio is, but
overcoming adversity to make a difference in the world. And Lid, you with your story and how far you've come and what you are doing now. Like the next 6 months, you were just told me before, you've got some crazy things happening.
Some serious gigs internationally that I'm I'm still pinching myself that it's happening,
Brilliant.
but at the same time, I'm acknowledging that I created it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to just continuously following your journey, because
Thank
you're making
you.
all the difference. And, you know, like for some women out there that, you know, might want to do more, be more, have more and give more in their life for their family, as role models for their children, like this wonderful lady is, you know, you inspire them. You really do.
Thank you. And can I say, and thank you so much. And I often have women reaching out and saying that. And do you know what? Just to hear that, I just feel so complete. And I feel like my job's done. If I can inspire. My story, you know, it hasn't been easy. My journey as a single mum has been extremely hard. Extremely hard. But just having a positive mindset, reminding myself regularly that I'm doing it for my kids, that they are watching me, and that's everything.
Well, you're a wonderful example.
Thank you.
Wonderful example.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Isn't she amazing?
Thanks,
So
Lidia.
good. And you're inspiring and amazing, and everything you're doing with all your multiple businesses and your journey ahead as well. She's off to Versace tomorrow in Gold Coast.
Who doesn't
to
want to go
speak.
to Versace? Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, my
Thank
dear.
you.
You're an absolute angel.
Thanks, Lid.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Ciao
Peace
for now.
out.